Is at 123 FM 1233 here on your Wednesday afternoon. Joining us in studio is John Nutkins. He is the coach of the French Trucking Bantams. We're headed to the state tournament the second weekend in March. We'll be at the Crystal Field House in Burton, and we'll be there with full coverage of both the Pee-wees and the Bantams in their state tournaments. And John, Newberry's like the new hockey town USA.
Yeah, it's kind of surreal. Like there's a website, the Cup League website, and you go on there and there's Marquette teams and Newberry teams, and it's like, man, we're starting to look like the hockey town, which is so cool for all the people that have invested so much in this association and, you know, playing in the barn and everything like that, and just seeing how good these kids are getting and all the opportunities they're getting is awesome.
The one thing that you hear anywhere you go, whether it's just a regular weekend or a tournament or a district or a state, is people are impressed with the amount of people that we tend to bring to the games and the style of hockey that we play.
Yeah, I mean, people say it all the time. Our community, just like, they really show a lot of support for the youth, and when you know it's athletics, just the community comes together. And I mean, we're doing all these fundraisers and people show up to all of them and donate to all of them, and yeah, it's just the teams are class acts too, and you know, so many comments from both for both of the teams on just the sportsmanship and clean play. And quite honestly, we've got some kids that are high-level players. I mean, they're fun to watch, and kind of blows my mind how good some of these kids are getting.
Well, and it's kind of, I think it's got to be some kind of a record year, because not only two teams, but your son Gavin playing with a group out of the Sioux qualified for states. Josh Magnuson's playing with a group out of Manistee that qualified for states. Yeah. So even the guys that have gone elsewhere to play with other groups for various reasons are still kind of representing the hometown, headed down to state tournaments of their own.
Yeah, so cool. Like I said, I mean, we're, you know, the people involved are, you know, starting to create opportunities for kids to do great things. So super awesome to watch, and so cool. The Pee-wee state tournament is gonna have, I mean, so many kids that I know and I've coached in spring hockey and in our local association, the Marquette Pee-wee AA team and Gavin's team, the Sioux Lakers, and our local team are all going to be in the same building, all battling for state championship rights.
Going to be the UP is going to take over.
Oh man,
for sure down in Fraser.
Yep.
You are with the French Trucking Bantams and a group that has big game championship experience before.
Right. Yeah.
How has that helped?
Yeah, and it's funny, so the hockey goes by birth year, and it's our team's the 05 and 04 birth year kids. There's 12 of our kids have never won a district championship until this year. The 05 group is, you know, they've won a state championship and multiple district championships, so to see those 12 kids get to experience it for the first time was really special. I mean, a lot of them have been playing for 8-9 years and never got to experience that.
It's not like the Pee-wees where everybody's going back for the fourth time.
Yeah, exactly.
They're used to it.
Yeah. Well, I talk with Ben and Chuck, and they're talking about building a bigger trophy case, and that's like a real thing now.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, right. A lot of hardware in the barn.
You guys had a pretty successful year at the Bantam level through the Cup League in the regular season.
Right.
Competed with a lot of teams from all over the UP, and won the Cup League, which I know was goal number one.
Yeah, right.
Then won UPs, and now so it's 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
But this group. Obviously the accomplishment's huge, but for these guys to come out each and every weekend, when it's not going to hurt you if you lose a game here or there, but they bring it every weekend. It's like a state championship weekend.
Yeah, and I guess kind of our motto is anytime, any practice, dry land, games, whatever, we're always asking them, are we getting better? You know, and if we're taking a shift off, are we getting better? And man, the drive that these kids have, is unreal. I mean, they want it so bad, and I just look at the team's progression. Like if you look at our scores at the start of the season, we're tight with some of the teams. Like Ironwood was tight with us in the district championship. They got 11 shots on us in the game, beat them 7-0, and like Escanaba, who's just a powerhouse offensively. They beat us in the holiday tournament. That was our only loss of the season for the longest time. They beat us 6-2, kind of embarrassed us a little bit even. And
open the eyes a little bit?
Yeah, open the eyes, and it's like that's who we got to beat. And to beat them twice in the district tournament is pretty awesome because they have some kids that can put the puck
and they put it on you.
And I still can't get over, we've been talking about the championship game for a long time because they really run a short bench. If you watch their game, Lamarche and Streichert are out there for 40 out of 45 minutes, and we just assumed they were going to get tired eventually, and they just never did in that last game. And we just hung on and kept playing good defense, and we survived it. And going from that 6-2 loss against Escanaba in the holiday tournament to beating them 3 games in a row just shows the amount that these kids have improved. So
what do you do now here over the next couple of weeks as you get ready for the state tournament?
Well, anybody that knows me knows that I'm kind of a game film freak. Like I've watched every one of our games, sometimes, some of the games 3 or 4 times. So I'm looking, where do we need to improve? A lot of it for us is breakouts, breaking out of our zone. And I'm big on defense, just big on not giving up scoring opportunities. And, on the offensive end, it's just going to come for us. I mean, we've got some concepts we're going to put in place a little bit more, but it's defense and breakouts are our big thing. So, and I was going to say, the defense has been great, and I'm pretty guilty of not bragging about my goalies enough, but it's like in the district tournament, we had the best 2 goalies in the whole tournament. Our team had the top 2 goalies. I mean, 4 shutouts in one tournament. Yeah, two goals given up on the weekend. That's unbelievable.
They'll get it done most days.
Yeah, and they just do.
Any games to kind of tune up, or are you guys just strictly looking at practice?
Yep, so we actually called Escanaba and said, hey, you guys make us better, so let's see if we can get some games.
There you go.
The weekend before, we're going to play, hopefully them, I haven't got confirmation on that yet. They're trying to fit us in, and then there's a travel team out of Marquette that will play. We've played them twice so far, and they're a fast team, so they'll help us get better also. So.
Get you ready for the big trip.
Yeah.
What has the partnership been like with Munising? Because it seems like the 2 associations coming together, it's really, really worked well.
Yeah, and a lot of it with their association is just flexibility. Being able to use the ice. I mean, we've in years past ran practices together with their teams even when we're not combined with them. So. And it's just the bond that these kids have. You would think they've been playing together for 10 years. So, it's just a great group of kids and parents.
Hockey, I think, is the only sport where this would work.
Right. Football.
Because we would kill each other in football, and we would try to kill each other in basketball.
Yep.
Now, all of a sudden, we got kids playing in the Sioux, which... would probably not work in any other sport.
Probably not.
No. I mean, it's like sending somebody to St. Ignace.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
We haven't done that yet. Not this year.
Right. Well, we got to look out for each other, and I don't know what it is. The hockey community is just a tight-knit community, and it's so cool to...
Well, everybody in the UP's mad that you beat them, but they've moved on, and now they're going to help you prepare to go to the state championship.
Isn't that cool? I mean, they're... and it's funny, too, on the Escanaba team... some of those kids have played together in the spring, and some of them bicker with each other, but for the most part, they got buddies on those teams, and they want to help us. They want to play against us to help us, and that's their season's pretty much over. They got a tournament the weekend before we're supposed to play them. They would be done, but they want to come play us just because they know it'll help us get ready for states, which is awesome.
The community has really come out strong in support of the program. Both towns had a ton of fundraisers going on to see that support, to help out the kids, which is what it's all about, is to so they can worry about playing hockey and enjoying the weekend. for the communities to come out like they have. How awesome is that?
Yeah, it's awesome. And I mean, our parents that step up, this is kind of where, I mean, I'm also big on, I like running good practice plans too. So honestly, when we start doing all the fundraising, it's hard for me because I can't keep my head straight. And these parents all step up and really, I mean, we had more than enough help at the fish fry last night, which is, it's just, I've been spoiled by them. Like I know they're going to step up, and I know I'm not going to have to do a ton myself at those things, which gives me time to prepare the kids.
As I have started transitioning more into the world of youth hockey, I realize that hockey moms are like their own super society of people on earth.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. That's probably the best way you could put it right there.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
What these moms can do.
Right.
And I was talking with a couple of them last night after the fish fry, checking in to see how things had went, and it just amazes me that how they can survive a whole season. Because I go to UPs and I'm like, oh, like I felt like I got hit by a bus and I didn't do anything.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm sitting here today finalizing arrangements to go to the state tournaments, and I'm like, 18 weekends in a row for you.
Yeah.
Good thing you don't have hair.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. I don't even know how to explain it with the hockey moms. I know there was one mom from Newberry here. She was really not for her kid playing, and it was probably about the time he was 7 or 8. She looks at me and says, "I'm like, can't get enough of this."
Yeah.
Like, there's an obsession that I can't explain. That I don't know. The hockey parents just love so much, and it's what else are you gonna do with your winter though, right?
You're traveling either way. I can tell you that.
Right. Yeah.
March 8th through the 10th, down in Burton. A little history in that building for some of these guys.
Yeah. I gotta admit, before districts were over, I snuck a peek to see where the districts, where and when the districts are going to be. And when I saw Crystal Fieldhouse, I was like, we got to get there.
Yeah.
Because obviously that's where we won it. And yeah, there's great memories in that building for sure.
It should be a fun trip. Good luck with the preparation. Congratulations on a great year, and we're looking forward to seeing you down south.
All right. Thanks a lot for having me.
All right. John Nutkins with us. It is M123 FM.